Well, hello there, welcome back to another PS5 tips and tricks video. I bet you didn't know that you could change the colour of the light bar and that you can also play non-PlayStation games using the Dualsense or an emulator just like this. Today we're going to be looking at 13 tips and tricks for the PS5 controller that you didn't know. If you're new here, you should subscribe not to miss out on that sweet PS5 knowledge. Let's get into it. Number 13, emulators. Most of my all-time favourite games are on PlayStation, many of which are exclusives like God of War and Horizon. However, other game giants like Nintendo and Microsoft have some masterpieces in their own collections too. If you don't fancy to buy their consoles to play only one or two exclusive games, you can actually play them on an emulator on your PC using your PS5 controller. You'll need to download this software called DS4 and a respective emulator. I have a 3DS emulator called Citra. Both programs you can see on my screen now. And using DS4 you can map certain buttons to certain functions, and you can also change the colour of the light bar, as you can see here. I can change it to yellow, blue, purple, pink, whatever takes your fancy. And you can use this to map buttons on your controller to the emulator. So if we go up here to emulation, configure, controls, and you can see here all the controls. So if I press bind and then up, right, up, down, and now in the game it will respond to input from the controller, so you can use the controller to play games on the emulator. And this is an awesome way to be tech savvy and save money. Number 12, DualSense customizations. As you can see, my controllers look nothing like the originals. You can customize them with decals and part replacements. This controller on the left has a custom button set with backlit RGB LEDs, and my other controller has a 4-button paddle set carbon fiber remap kit. Both come from eXtremeRate, who sponsor this video, and you can use discount code RazerGenix10 to get 10% off at their store using the link in the description. And if you want to see more PS5 customization, I've made another video that you can see in the top right hand corner now. Number 11, navigation. Here's how to navigate the PlayStation menu as quickly as possible. Just press the L1 and R1 buttons to switch tabs between games and media in just one button press. Need to quickly watch a RazerGenix tutorial on YouTube? Well, now you can. While we're on the subject of controller shortcuts, you can press triangle from any position to be instantly taken to the search icon. This is a great way to get to settings or profile, and if you're in the PS Store, it's a great way not to have to scroll all the way up to the top of the menu. Number 10, typing. Typing can be a slow and tedious thing to do on the PlayStation menu. I'm sure most of you know that you can use the touchpad to move the cursor and type like that. But you can also press L3 and R3 together and use the gyroscope, which is a little bit difficult, but you know, it might be useful. Or you can use Super Pro mode and go to this icon here and just say what you want to type, like this. No Man's Sky. This is by far the quickest and easiest way to type on the PlayStation menu, but I should note that this feature is only on native PlayStation menus, and it's not on third-party apps like YouTube, Now TV, Instant Video, Disney Plus, etc. So on those apps, you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, unfortunately. Number 9, appear offline. So say you don't want to be harassed by your friends today. There's something that you can do from the login menu. So if you press options while in the login menu, you can set it to busy or appear offline. This is kind of like incognito mode in Google Chrome. So now your friends won't be able to see that you're online, and you can cheat in Warzone to your heart's content. Don't worry if you're already logged in and you want to switch. All you need to do is hit the cards menu, go down to profile, press log out. It will turn off your controller, just turn it back on. You can hit options again and change your status from there. Number 8, quick turn off. So I'm sure you're aware you can turn off your controller from within the cards menu if you go to accessories, wireless controller and turn off. But I bet that you didn't know that you can hold down the PS button for 10 seconds and this will turn the controller off. This is really neat, say if your controller's out of battery and you want to switch to the other one, or if your controller is paired to anything other than the PlayStation, this is the only way that you can turn it off. And this is going to bring us nicely to our next tip. Number 7, pair mode. So you might not know that you can put your DualSense into pair mode by holding down the PS button and create button for 3 seconds. And from here you can find it in your smartphone Bluetooth menu or your PC menu. Now the main reason you're going to want to do this is so that you can use the Remote Play app on your computer or your phone. But there are some other uses like the emulators that I spoke about earlier. Number 6, the controller charge indicator. I bet that you didn't know that when you plug your controller into charge, the flash rate is faster when it's dead, and as the controller gains charge, it slows down until it stops completely, letting you know that the controller is fully charged and ready for your next gaming sesh. Number 5, power saving settings. If you're having trouble with your battery life, then you can turn down the vibration intensity, trigger intensity, and the indicator brightness. The combination will increase your battery life by a modest amount. You should note though that all rechargeable batteries have a health, in a manner of speaking. After a few years, the electrolyte that holds the charge will break down and the battery will hold less charge. The PS5 has only been out for just shy of 18 months, so everyone's Dualsense battery should still be healthy, but if it can't hold a charge, then you can actually buy replacement batteries, and it's relatively easy to replace the battery. Number 4, the Create button shortcuts. The Create button can be a handy tool for the sociable gamer, streamer, or content creator like myself. The standard settings make taking screenshots and videos an unnecessarily long-winded process. Depending on what you'd prefer, you can set it to easy screenshots or easy video clips from the Captures and Broadcast tab in Settings. Number 3, the zoom function. I bet you didn't know that you can zoom in and out on the PS5, allowing you to see the fine detail of anything on the screen. All you need to do is enable zoom in the accessibility menu and press the PS button and the square button at the same time, and you can use the left thumbstick to navigate the screen and circle to cancel. Number 2, controller button remapping. Have you ever wanted to remap certain buttons for some games with strange controls? Take No Man's Sky for example, where running is set to R3 instead of the widely used L3 button. Well, now you can. Just go into accessibility, controllers and custom button assignments, and you can remap any button to wherever you please. Number 1, last but certainly not least, if you're having some trouble with your DualSense, you can use this button here and a pointy object to factory reset the controller. This is going to help you solve any potential issues that you might be having, so just get something pointy, put it in, and press down. And it's that simple. Let me know what you found most interesting in the comments, drop a like if you gained value from this video, and I will see you in the next one.